and gentlemen. My name is Chris the Comic Vet. Happy New Comic Book Day. Well, we got a lot to talk about in a short amount of time. San Diego happened, and my oh my, Marvel showed up and flexed the hell out of what they're going to do with their movies. DC showed up and said, well, this is what we're doing with our next movie. And yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. And we'll go from there. Today was a little bit of a lighter comic book day. However, it packed a big punch. We had some franchise characters doing some franchise things, and we had some indies show up that are powerhouse books. So I'm going to bring in a couple of my good friends to talk about that. My Slab Hub co-host brother Rob, and my favorite Wednesday hanger-outer Digger Jim. Gentlemen, happy New Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
And also with you. Oh, wait, that's something else.
Oh, is that Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
So say we all.
So say we all.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Get the frack out of here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the thing you always want to do is when somebody says, may the force be with you, you always want to go, and also with you.
And with you. But yeah, let's just
Trace looks at you funny when you do that, though.
It's yeah. You got to read the room, Rob. You got to read the room. It's one thing to walk in a Walmart and use the force to open the doors. You can't do that.
It was Easter. What was I going to think? Force Ghosts, Risen, whatever. It's all the same, right?
True.
Anyways, before I hang myself, let's just move on.
Well, yeah. Let's just say hello to some of the people that have decided to spend some of their Wednesday with us. Jean has joined us. Bonjour, Jean. Hope that you're doing well in La Belle Province. Les Cruces, James. Hope that you're doing well, my man, as well. Shop for Comics has joined us. Another big Spider-Man fan. Today was a big day for the franchise. Let's be honest. And Paul Rogers has joined us. Paul, my man, I hope that New Comic Book Day was profitable for you. I hope that a lot of your customers showed up and took their tabs with their pull list, so that your small business can move forward.
Cleaned out your incentives.
Yes, and wiped out all those FOC books. But also, I'm not sure what time it is on the other side of the planet, but Mad Spidey has joined us. My man, I hope that you're doing well. It's like all the big Spider-Man fans have decided to come out and spend some time with us. But
it should be tomorrow.
Yeah, it might be. That might be tomorrow. And Circumstances has joined us, my man. Hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're paying attention to. I gotta ask him if you're still hanging out in the chat. How weird is it that Tyreek Hill is not at your training camp? As some of you may or may not know, Circumstances is actually a Chiefs fan, and Tyreek Hill is now a Miami Dolphin. And that sounds weird just saying that. Tyler has joined us, my man. Tyler, hope that you're doing well. What shift are you working, man? I thought you were on nights. Aggressively Relaxing has joined us. Happy New Comic Book Day. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. Gene is saying this is just over a month away for his first Comic-Con. Ottawa is going to be having Comic-Con. For those of you that don't know, Montreal, Quebec City, and Montreal all share the same big promoter that handles the Comic-Cons in those very lovely cities. And just so that we're aware, it's 9 a.m. and Thursday. So good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Spidey.
And yeah, you guys are going to be all right. I'm looking forward to the Bills versus Chiefs when we get it this season. And yeah, he's going to be missing that arm. Let's be honest. Ben Compton has joined us, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. So yeah, we can talk about Black Adam for a little bit. The just that trailer. He did Hawkman dirty.
Oh my God, he did.
There was a few little vignettes that were not seen before that we had in the San Diego trailer that DC revealed, and basically the one moment that I saw that really caught my eye, besides the million different Dr. Fates that were around Black Adam, was Hawkman came down on him with I don't want to say his hammer, but maybe
his mace.
And Black Adam just kind of nope.
I don't think so.
Not today.
Not today.
And so I kind of thought they did him dirty because the last two trailers we actually saw, the beauty of his golden wings. We got to see him in flights, and now they kind of punked him off a little bit.
They did.
But it is what it is. And then we also got news that Todd is teaming up with DC again, and he's going to bring along Greg Capullo, and we're going to have a Spawn and Batman crossover. This will be the second time that I can remember it happening. I know that it happened in the mid-90s. We had the first Spawn Batman crossover. So I guess we're going to get that again. And seems to be about it from DC. There wasn't that much other news that comes to mind. Yeah, we did get a trailer for Shazam, Fury of the Gods. It looked good. If you're a fan of Shazam, this has a whole lot of Shazam goodness in it.
Right. I liked it.
I enjoyed the first one. It was good fun and easy to follow plot. A lot of good fun. And this one looks like it's going to be a little bit of the same thing. And
I think so, but then again, I think you might see a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to say it'll be serious. I think it's got a little bit of a different story because in the trailer it kind of looked like he was trying to figure out who he was.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. That's it. Kind of par for the course when it comes to certain storytelling. That when we get a second season or a second film, they getting used to who they are now and who they're supposed to be and that kind of thing. Right. So we saw that. And Shop for Comics just said that Zach Levi is a good fit for the character. Yeah, to me, I can't picture anyone else as Shazam anymore. or Captain, whatever. You know, he's Shazam to me at this point. At this point, he's Shazam to me, and Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. But yeah, he did a good job with the role. I thought the movie was fun. I've made the joke before that the movie was filmed in and around Toronto. So I like the fact that I was recognizing things that they were trying to double down as Philadelphia. So, but yeah, I'll see it when it comes out.
Y'all must give away movies up there. Yeah, I mean, y'all just come to our city.
I'll be honest.
We charge you nothing.
Less than 5 kilometers away from where I am. What's that? About 3 miles?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's filming a Netflix movie just around the corner. So it's like,
I mean, I'm not joking. I'm being serious. All of Supergirl was pretty much filmed there and
in Vancouver. Yeah, most of the Arrowverse stuff is filmed in Vancouver, just because the dollar's so cheap. Like they save money by coming to film here, and there's a lot of tax credits too.
In America, we tax the crap out of everything.
Right. Unless you're filming in Georgia, you're better off going to. And
even there, it's gotten a little questionable. I mean, there are, I mean, Georgia's probably the best state to do it, but
TW,
some nerds.
When you have to film the movie Annapolis in Philadelphia because Maryland would not give up the tax money, that's sad. I mean, that's just sad.
Yeah.
Listen. Half of Vancouver's a stand-in for every city in America.
Well, that's what he was saying.
That's the Pacific Northwest, but Toronto seems to be filling in for New York or Philly on a nice day, even LA at points.
Good for you guys. That's all I'm saying. Good for you.
Yeah, then
you're stupid to know better.
Nothing's more American than outsourcing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing at that.
But after DC failed to have Henry Cavill, I'm kind of over it now. I was a little pissed off when it happened. Marvel showed up late Saturday night and just flexed the hell out of San Diego. I get that. The last Comic-Con that actually happened, Marvel wasn't there with the MCU. They decided to do everything D23 heavy that year. But this time, since it's the first time back, I guess they decided to show up and show what, in my opinion, was a little bit more than half of what they have scheduled. So I guess in September, we're going to find out the remaining stuff for phase 5 and 6, what they have coming down the pipeline, because there was no mention of Deadpool, no mention of the X-Men, nothing like that. We did get a release date for the Fantastic Four movie, but let's be honest. Probably by Ant-Man Quantumania, we'll have the Fantastic Four in it, or at least one of the characters show up. And
already
then
had one of the characters show up.
Yeah, who?
Multitude of Madness, or whatever the hell you want to call
The
it.
Multiverse of Madness.
Reed Richards.
Yeah, they had a Reed Richards. You're right.
Yeah,
Plus, Invisible Woman's been in every movie.
That's right.
Yeah. Right from Iron Man.
She's been
from the first
flashing
Iron
everybody.
Man. Yes, just walk around naked. Pay attention, you'll see it. And and we got a handful of other trailers that we, as a general public, were not privy to. We did get to see a new She-Hulk trailer, which I thought was really good. not minus the Daredevil stuff. I thought it was actually much better than the first one we got.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil showed up, and then everyone, celebrated with fireworks like it was the 4th of July. And then we got Wakanda Forever, and that one just kind of it was beautiful, it was tough, it was touching. I really don't know how they're going to move forward without Chadwick Boseman, how they're going to move forward without T'Challa, because he's such an important character. If we remember, when Captain America turned around, when everyone came back after the snap, the first character he saw was T'Challa. And so we know that Kevin Feige and the MCU put a lot of faith into that character, and it was nominated for a bunch of movies when Black Panther came out. But this one was tough to watch. It was a good soundtrack with No Woman, No Cry being covered modernly, and we got to see Namor show up, and he has no fear during war. And we got to see a lot of broken hearts, and then we got to hear T'Challa's mom in a short but powerful speech unload on the world, and that's a part that got to me a little bit. And with everything that Rob, you seem so disinterested, but just to go around the horn, what was your biggest highlight of San Diego? Rob, I guess you're going to say absolutely nothing.
I mean, yeah,
was it Spawn Batman?
Ultimately, they release a bunch of information, and with Marvel, some of the trailers were cool to see, but as far as their timeline of stuff, we see that all the time. They release it, then they half of it stays, half of it goes away.
Right.
And
Armor Wars.
There's lots of things that happened, that changed over time, and so as somebody who's not a speculator, I don't care, because I'll just see the stuff when it comes out. And aside from that, there's really not a need. I don't care what they're doing. They think they're going to do 4.5 years from now, right? So, but otherwise, I mean, it's just it's just another San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of pop culture stuff and not enough comics and stuff, and it's
off Rob's lawn.
Yeah. I mean,
I
just don't get into that hype. I just don't even get to the hype all that much about it. So I mean, I'm not thrilled. I'm not overly excited. I liked some of the trailers though. I did like the She-Hulk trailer. Especially since I was a critic of the first trailer.
Yes.
And how bad it looked. This looked much better. Mm-hmm. I'm still not. I love the actress's ability and her range, everything else. I loved Orphan Black. I just don't know, or Orphan Black. I just don't know that she's really the character I would have picked to play a massive, muscle-bound woman necessarily. Of course, then again, maybe she's, they decided they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. She just doesn't do it 100% for me. But I'm not gonna complain about that. I did like that. Wakanda Forever. Again, I'm not as moved by it as some of the other people, but I'm excited to see Namor, and I'm excited to see them move forward and see where they're going to go forward with this. That does interest me. So yeah, and Black Adam, whatever.
TW, what was your highlight for the weekend that came out of there?
I will say, if there's not a full episode of She-Hulk just jump roping in a bikini, it's a failure.
Okay, Jim.
All right, I have a question. About the Wakanda trailer. How does Riri fit into this?
So, my take on it is that Riri somehow gets invited there, but she uses Wakandan tech to create a suit as a mirror image of Iron Man.
Yeah, possibly out of vibranium and stuff. But no, my highlight, honestly, is probably the Sandman trailer.
Yeah, you're right. So there's one thing I forgot to mention from DC, but that wasn't dropped during the DC part. That seemed to have its own thing that Gaiman was at the helm of, right?
Yeah. Well, it was a Netflix helmed thing.
Right. Right.
I'm counting it because I, take what I can get. And the other highlight is watching every single sucker on Whatnot pay way too much for variant covers.
Oh yeah. I know that Marvel was doing a special Whatnot ASM book. Was that gathering big money at all, or was that?
I didn't see that one, but all the Whatnot exclusives and Robert Kirkman books, people are paying like $1,000 for an unknown title with a Kirkman cover that was a carbon fiber, all this crap. That's just kind of like.
Is that what's next now? Carbon fiber?
There's carbon fiber and acrylic are the two new comic book covers apparently because metal wasn't metal enough.
Oh my goodness!
Hard pass.
Jim.
I was with Taylor. I'd never read the Sandman series, but that Netflix looked wicked.
Yep.
So I'm down for that. I just had a question about how Riri fit into that. It seems kind of like I thought she would have her own spin, and she wouldn't be in that. The funny thing was,
in the comics, she was sort of tutored by the AI of Robert Downey Jr. So they probably couldn't agree to get him back. So like, well, we got to figure out some other way to get her to learn.
Right. So I guess they had to mesh it in there somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of with Rob on the movie part. It's so far in advance, and it's gonna be like pushed out, or a director's not gonna be able to do it, or they can't get a script done the way they want it. So I guess I'm more excited about like Ant-Man. Ant-Man's in the book. It's done.
It's done.
I want to see it. I'm excited to see how that one plays out. The ones that are done, I'm really more excited about than what's coming ahead.
Yeah.
Until they're in front of me on the screen, the coming ahead is not. I would love it if it happens, but I'm not going to get all crazy about it.
So go ahead, Rob.
I was gonna say, I do hope that I forgot about the Riri stuff. I really hope that they come with a good reason for it, and not simply just some white guy at freaking Marvel went, oh, she's black and this is a movie about black people. Let's just put her in there. I really hope that there's some valid reason and not just that stupidity.
My hunch is like Shuri is gonna go invite her as part of like the opening up of Wakanda to come like learn and study tech or something.
Right, because that's how Black Panther ended. It was like they're going to set up these Wakanda centers throughout the world, and she probably gets noticed. That's exactly, man.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, point, brother.
I mean, I don't think you need to overthink it on that one a whole lot.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So cool.
That's probably exactly how they're going to segue it.
I forget. I mean, I've been wrong a lot before.
So
maybe she can write a segue.
Science sisters.
Well done. Apparently, Aggressively Relaxed was sent. There's posters outside the con, and now it's made its way to social media that there's a phone number and an ad featuring She-Hulk, or you can call it. And I haven't called it, but
let's call it. Call it right now, Chris.
It's 976. Green
Have the
Bay.
guy out of country call the American number. Sure. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor, call it right now.
And
put it up on your speaker.
I've gotten in enough trouble in my past calling shady phone numbers.
1976 are standing by.
Yeah. My LCS owner has joined us. We'll talk about him in a few moments. Science Sisters, So Ant-Man, after what's happened to Thor, I thought the second Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man movie was a little weak. The Ant-Man movies across the board have been the first two have been very enjoyable.
Captain America.
Yeah, you're right. The Winter Soldier, in my opinion, pound for pound, is the best MCU movie.
We got him and the first Avenger and Civil War. I mean, I
like Civil War. Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy. We still wait to see what happens in 3.
That's true. That's
right.
Because even though 2 wasn't as rewatchable, in my opinion, as number 1, it's still a good. It's still solid. I mean, because you had all that stuff with Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah,
2 was solid.
Stallone showed up. Yeah,
Stallone.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man 1 and 2 were a lot of fun. So
they were the surprise of the series.
Yeah, they were the lowest, the shortest bar to hurdle because he's tiny.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about New Comic Book Day. I went to my LCS with a budget today. Last week I had an expensive week. This week was kind of cut in half, but I got pound for pound. I thought it was just as good a week. I didn't go variant crazy that much, but like I mentioned,
a pop. How could you?
Right at the Canadian.
Yeah.
$10 a US pop.
American too for a lot of books this week.
So the franchises both flexed, but the one that I want to talk about obviously is
the franchise.
the franchise, and we'll talk about the Rogue Gallery that's on here as well. But this is JR's take. My LCS just had this one when I got there. I don't know if he had other variants or whatever, but I wasn't going to go crazy with the variants. I'll kind of wait for all that to die down, and I'm sure they'll start show up in mystery boxes in the next 6 months or so. But yeah,
or on deal bins and whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of thought they would have gone a little bit more crazy with variants for this, but when I looked online, there's way more variants for Vampirella 1 that came out this week versus The Amazing Spider-Man, and I never thought I would say that, but yeah.
Vampirella, that's a slow week for a Vampirella book. They have like 20 variants every week.
That's Red Sonja has like 20 variants every week. That's how Dynamite stays around.
But it's a return to the classic Sinister Six. The first annual where we had them. Yeah, Kraven, Electro, Vulture, Magneto, Doc Ock, and Sandman there. So I like that they did that. They didn't throw in Venom or any of the goblins. And speaking of Venom, looks like we're going to get some Kang with Rom V's Venom. Is this Rom V? Nope, it's Al Ewing. Pardon me. Foot and mouth disease. It just happened.
Means it's the even wackier part of that story.
Right.
I dropped Venom.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Gambit 1 showed up.
Yes.
I picked up this cover. Well, my LCS owner picked this one up for me, and then he said, "Oh, there's a variant cover," and I looked at it, and I just thought, "Nope, that's not my style. That's not a variant cover for me." Yep. So I went with just with this one. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a fair go. Chris Claremont has returned to write for a Mutant, and he's the writer that I read the most when it comes to mutants. And I mentioned that another franchise character had a big day, and Detective Comics has a brand new writer. Speaking of Rom V, he's now. I
did not get that, so you'll have to let me know how it was.
Okay, I will. So this is Rom V now at the helm for Detective Comics. So in my opinion, both Batman books have real good writers. We'll see where it goes. Real good writers usually belly flop hard with Batman, or they do really well with Batman. So time will tell how Chip and Rom V do handling those. But I'm sure Rob has this book. I have not been reading Harley Quinn, I'll be honest. But I did see this variant online, and I thought to myself, if Retro Rocket Comics, my LCS, has a copy of this one, I will pick it up. And sure enough, baby, this fire cover of Harley.
Derek Chu has not.
Derek Chu
has done the B covers this entire run.
Has he?
And yeah, every single issue of this run, Derek Chu has been doing the B cover, and every single one has just been the reason to pick up the book.
Yeah, and that's a banger. My LCS owner tossed in this free IDW original samplers. So it's Sampler 2022 featuring Dark Spaces Wildfire, the book that I showed last week. True Cult, Crashing, Earth Dividers, and Dead Seas. This is the cover for said free book. And it's I enjoy when he does that. And the other big franchise that came out is from Boom Studios. Their big franchise, obviously, is Erica. This is issue 25, and I'm sorry, Firefly is not the franchise.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
It's something that's killing the children. And so this is the issue where we have the face-to-face.
Brown coats for life.
And House of Slaughter, speaking of Tynan, House of Slaughter number 7, this has actually been much better than the first arc. I got it. The Custodian is actually better. Yeah, sorry, Jim.
Low bars to hurdle.
Yeah, I'm totally pulling an Ant-Man with that book.
Yeah.
But a book series that I thought I was going to give up on, but the last issue was really good. Is Rick Remender's of Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. So, in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess.
Yeah,
and
especially if you're in England,
right? And so, last week my LCS owner gave me a stack of posters. Michael. And I said I'd probably get them up. I have not. It's been an interesting, little bit of time, and today was definitely an interesting day. With that said, though, he kind of threw a curveball at me, and Chris, again, the owner of Retro Rocket Comics in Cambridge, Ontario, decided that he has some books that he wants me to give away when I hit 800 subscribers. So the books I'm going to be giving away that he donated free is House of Slaughter #1 with the foil trade dress there. I believe this might be the...
I take back everything bad thing I've said about House of Slaughter.
I believe this might be the comic book day
you win.
The comic shop day book. It's the
comic book shop day. Okay,
yeah, it's a beautiful cover, and he is kind enough to donate that. Or actually, that might be just a variant. I believe this might be the comic shop day one. So this one's being
that looks more like it.
This is Jay Lee. And also, thirdly,
he's saying local comic shop day.
Thank you, Paul. Local comic shop, and this I believe is also
and based on the delay. It was probably the first book, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and he's donating this foil goodness, Walking Dead Deluxe.
Wow.
So yeah, even the knife is nice and foily. So yeah,
it doesn't have Hulk's reflection in it though.
No, and there's only one blade, and
that'd be great. Have a zombie Hulk in the reflection.
If the day ever comes when I hit 800, these 3 books, I will kindly donate in the name of Retro Rocket Comics. And when that comes around, I'll probably ask everyone to head over to his Instagram and sub him up. And there's nothing wrong with supporting small business.
Why not have them go now?
Okay, let's do it. Can I Retro Rocket Comics in Cambridge, Ontario? Can I have one of the moderators drop the link to Chris's Instagram? Him and his wife handle their social media that's over there. And I guess maybe just because I'm such a loyal customer, he gave this to me for my PC. This is the 1 in 10 variant of the second printing of the House of Slaughter #1. And it's...
I do like those Jay Lee covers a lot.
Yeah, they are really nice. Whether he's doing this or the franchise title, Something's Killing the Children, I do like his take. So yeah, Chris was incredibly kind.
Berserker.
Yeah, but yeah,
Berserker.
Maybe. But yeah, we had news about Berserker as well. But yeah, so Chris, if you're still in the chat, if you're still watching, thank you very much, man, from the bottom of my heart. This was very kind of you. I appreciate it. And also, again, thank you very much for donating those 3 books. I look forward to giving them away at some point in the future. So yeah, that's what I got for my new comic book day. It was like I said, it wasn't as expensive last week. Hopefully there's a lot of good storytelling with Detective Comics, Something's Killing the Children, Righteous Thurs, and ASM. Fingers crossed for ASM. But
you'll have to let me know what you thought of that one too.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. But all right.
We suffered enough. We deserve something.
Yeah. So Rob may have to leave a little bit early. So Robert, I'm going to ask you to go next, my man. Show us what you got.
Yeah. So it sounds like I need to go to a new LCS, man, because like all mine wants to do instead of give me anything for free, they want to charge me $200 for a freaking variant cover.
Well, you're also the only guy that gets charged for signatures by John Jang. So.
That's true.
No, I did as well.
Oh, there you are. Good.
Right. So, and I bought a nice house on the lake, his own variant from him for $50 and said, "Oh, you want that signed? Yeah, okay." Signs it, $15 more. Like, come on, John. Like, you literally know who I am. Okay.
Yeah.
But
anyways. Yeah. Well, so that's right. Oh.
He's like, these guys aren't spending money on shampoo. They can afford this.
There you go. But my shop did have had some various covers there. They did not have all of the normal the Penguin distribution, because there were, Chris, 27 variant covers for this ASM in total, if you count all the exclusives and if you also count Virgin variants separate from trade dress. At least
that doesn't even count store exclusive.
I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat that. There are 27 covers that show up in CLZ.
Yeah.
So there may be some that don't show up. But
Yeah.
from a very early on, when we were looking at the previews, I identified the one variant cover that I truly, truly wanted. And I made sure that I ordered it. And mine was the only one that my LCS ordered. So I do have a non-color breaking minor crease that I'm going to have to get taken care of at some point. I'm not slabbing it anytime soon, but that was the Humberto Ramos variant.
Nice.
For
finally an original variant. That is great.
Now that I would have bought. Why isn't that out?
That was
should
in
be
the
the
previews.
cover. That should be the normal cover.
Well, J.R. Jr.'s, he's got the A covers down for now, but this was like one of the third or fourth variants, and so if you didn't go online or if you didn't go through the previews or whatever to identify it and request it, your LCS may not have.
Mine definitely didn't.
Yeah, I mean you can only pick up so many. I mean that's the legit thing for the LCS is they know that the A cover is going to sell the most, and then all the variants, it's a how many
Hit
do
or
I
miss.
get?
Yeah.
Right, I don't want to get stuck with all these, but this was just a beautiful cover to me. I thought, got to get the Ramos cover, and then
just to jump in for a sec, Rob, I dropped a link to Retro Rocket, their Instagram page. So everyone that's hanging out in the chat right now, just please pop on the link, give Chris and his wife a follow. Help support a small Canadian business. It won't take any of your time. But Jean has done so. Thanks very much, my man. And everyone, it'll only take a second. Rob, please carry on.
Yeah. And then I decided to pick up on a whim the Tedesco 1-in-25
nice
ratio
too.
variant. Yeah, I really liked the Ramita Senior variant that was there. That was the 1-in-100, and that was the one that my LCS wanted $200 for. And I said, you want a what now? And he goes, well, it's a 1-in-100 on a $10 book. And I said, well, all right, good luck. I'm not the
character in it either.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not a $200 book single just released this week book. I'll wait. Yeah. If I want it still. The Boom franchise, Firefly. I don't care what you say. Brown coats for life, baby.
Yes. I've never watched one episode of that.
Oh, do yourself a favor and watch it.
It's a good quick watch.
Is it on Netflix or stuff?
Thank you. I know it's on Firefly. I know our Hulu. I think it's also on Amazon.
I'll check it on Hulu.
It's an entertaining Western in space.
It is a solid show. Very good.
Just to answer this question quickly, Rob, Jean is asking, I believe that's Brian LCS that does those keychains.
I don't know.
No, it's not. No? He's not making them. It's
TW, do you know?
No idea.
I've seen him on Instagram, but
it's not Brian. Brian bought him.
Thank you, Paul.
But you can reach out to Brian LCS and ask him.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, if Brian pops in the chat or swings by, we'll ask him.
I think it's Switch Comics or something like that.
Switch with a Y, right? Oh.
Yeah,
Detective Comics.
Like that's okay, Miss. So, now that I enjoyed that as an A cover, I got him. I picked up the Lee Bermeo variant just because I like Bermeo's work. But that's a great cover.
I made a
new trade dress
effort.
too, right?
Yeah. I made a conscious effort a while back on DC on Detective Comics to stick to just the A cover and be done. Even though I generally like the B covers better, it was a decision I made. Of course, yes, as I said before, Derek Chu killing it.
Could be cover of the week.
It's killing it with these. I mean, you can go online and you can see what the next batches are. There is a variety of these various sports themed and athletic themed stuff. He's been killing it. The only reason I really am picking up the book, other than my love for the character, because the book, every time I try to sit there and read it, I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. I've kind of given up on trying to read it because the interior art just bothers me
It's
so
still
badly.
It's still Riley Rossmo on the interiors, right?
Yeah. And it's just so difficult to read because the art is so distracting.
Yeah.
And so as a result, I'm just buying it just to keep my Harley Quinn run going, because I have every issue of Harley Quinn that's come out. Robin continues to be a interesting read.
Yeah.
So picked up Robin.
That dude looks menacing. Who is that?
It's not. It's what, Lord Deathman?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Is Josh Williamson still running that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taylor says, yeah.
So I'll defer to Taylor, because I pay attention. I don't always pay attention to the writers and everything else. I just buy the books and read them sometimes.
Be careful, everybody. Be careful.
Of course.
That's a great cover.
You know me picking up.
If you want a CGC related shirt that's not at all affiliated, TaylorWinder.com. It's fine.
I own one. But
me too.
Rob, hold that up just for one more sec. Let's give that just a second of glory.
That was pretty fire there.
Yeah, that's a fantastic cover.
Is she lighting a Star Wars flare underneath there? It looks kind of like a really shiny.
Also, I'm pretty sure I'm
she's actually
away from.
She's actually possessed right now in this series by some force demon or something. I don't know.
Rob, is Dr. Aphra this particular volume a better read than what Darth Vader is this particular volume?
No.
Okay.
Darth Vader's always a phenomenal read.
Okay.
Don't be silly, Christopher.
Well, Aphra's I know her first volume was really good.
Yeah.
But I know this volume of Vader is fantastic.
Aphra's still good. Right. And I'm really kind of interested because now that they're trying to, she's just running around with a weird group. She's doing a lot of stuff with the artifacts that she's supposed to be working for some various people, but she's always still looking out for herself, type of thing, getting herself into trouble accordingly, and people having to bail her out of that. And right now, that's kind of like this big whole thing where she ended up getting possessed by this artifact that she's got that's taking over her, and she, in order to try to get her now, they're basically went back to go get everybody who cares about Aphra at all. And at the end, the last panel was showing up with oh god, I forget the character's name all of a sudden.
000. BB-8.
No. It's her girlfriend that used to be an Imperial. Imperial officer, but now is a rebel. But anyways, whose mind she wiped to try to protect her. Star Wars Obi-Wan, I don't know. I feel with these limited series at this point, when they don't pan out, I almost feel obligated just to finish the run, because I'm a completist sometimes, and also I feel guilty that I placed the preview orders with my LCS shop, and I feel guilty canceling once I've placed an order, even if it's before FOC. I still just kind of like, well, I like trying to
in for a penny.
Yeah, exactly. And finally, I'm still waiting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
for it to actually get good.
It might be time for Eddie Brock to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, if I keep it on my subscription list, then when something finally happens, I will have it, and everyone else will be jealous that they didn't have it, and I've got it. But
I just don't
that
think
always doesn't pan out either.
Sounds like it's going to be like an expensive journey.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, what's up, KBD?
I don't know,
man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
I got to admit, Carnage, Ron V's Carnage is actually better than Venom right now. And Carnage doesn't even have a full-time host.
There's a lot of disappointment that's going on right now. I mean, look, we're still holding out a prayer and waiting on recovery for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was so bad, and we're still like, well, yeah, it's better, but it's not good either. No. Venom, we're all like, okay, Carnage is maybe doing okay. Spider-Man 2099, this Exodus shit, that's just freaking eat a bullet time. What's Spider-Gwen is gone, and we're just stuck with the Gwenverse. I mean,
the best spider-related book
is Miles.
Easily is Miles.
And they just got out of a clone conspiracy.
Miles. Yeah. But it's actually a good storytelling because in the end,
I don't care. It dealt with clones.
The clone won. Miles lost. And yeah, anyways, that's a story for another day. Jim, did you visit your LCS today, my man?
I did.
Now, are you going to show us what you got, but are you going to start with birthday gifts from last week at all?
I didn't get any birthday gifts last week.
You didn't get any Voltron? Nothing from the wife this time?
Dude,
no?
Heroes Con.
Okay, that's right.
Was my birthday.
I thought maybe she would have, just that 11th hour gift.
That 11th hour gift was, I bought you really nice tickets to see your favorite football team at Raven Stadium. Really
Packer?
nice seats.
The Bills.
I'm going to ignore you guys.
Who is your favorite? Hey, Jim, who is your favorite team?
Arsenal.
Well, okay.
You're going to watch soccer. Well, you wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ask for your forgiveness as I am a Gunners fan as well.
Yeah.
When you said football at the Raven Stadium, naturally you think NFL.
Yeah,
you think football.
The football, but you can't. I mean, come on! In the middle of summer, they're not going to waste.
Well, you didn't say when the tickets were for, sir.
They were last weekend.
Okay. Well, you just said never mind. Yeah.
Gambit. I've already read it. I liked it. It's really good.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting journey between the two of them. I want to know if you can figure out. I can't figure out who did this cover. Look at it and see if you can tell me, because I love it. I think this is the cover A, and it was better.
Well, you got a square box there that's got a.
But I can't make out who.
Is that not Will Spertasio?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm loving that. And I read it and I enjoyed it. So, yeah,
it is a nice fun cover for a change. It's a fun cover.
Detective Comics. We're gonna see if Rom V can deep dive into Batman. Ooh, I'm sure that's been done a million times. Flashpoint Beyond. I just thought this was cool. And I'm digging this. I want to see how this plays out.
Are those boxer shorts?
No, this is his Batman utility belt. Sort of showing up his utilities.
Got it.
Hold on.
His bat.
Yeah. Okay. Because I love Deathstroke.
Yeah, I saw the cover and thought of you. And Carlito Classic. He's also a big fan.
I love Deathstroke.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That is fire.
Yeah, blood, and then you can see Green Arrow, and I don't know if you can see it. You can see Green Arrow right there in the thing. That's awesome. Is
that Miko? Because Miko, everything that Miko does is a reflection cover.
Yeah, I think it is, but
all right.
How am I going to tell? I can't even read the box right.
Yeah,
this is pure cover by, just because I thought it was neat. I don't care anything about Batman mech.
This is from
DC Mech.
No, it's DC Mech #1.
DC Mech, the Batman cover.
Yeah.
I was thinking because the Batman costume that he's wearing there in the corner looks like the costume that Commissioner Gordon was wearing, similar to when he was riding the Bat Mech or Mac or Bat Guyver or frickin'
whatever it's called. I like that though. That was cool. What is
Paul
irritating?
Verified that it's Will Spertasio.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
I think that's the best cover they had of all of them. I didn't like the Inyuk Lee one. I didn't like any of the other ones. This was last week, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I got it.
It's a great cover.
And what is and because I'm loyal, Chris. I'm loyal.
Yeah.
And it takes like less than 5 minutes because there's no words. It's my favorite book. Taylor's like, you're gonna when that came out, Taylor's like, you're gonna love it. You can breeze right through it. It has that much to it. And I was like, sold.
It's good storytelling. Now, like I said, there's been a couple weak issues. I'm sure TW would agree.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's been a successful series.
Well, I even liked last month's issue, which is very quiet.
Yeah. It kept me. I was about to drop it, but that issue kept me aboard.
What is the current issue with me is my LCS is just I don't know what's going on in his head. When I went in today, the only two Marvel books I saw were Spider-Man and that Gambit.
I think there's
the whole wall was
Diamond.
empty. Well, and for probably the last 4 weeks, he's had issues. Yeah. Now,
well,
the other guy, no, but here's the thing: the other guy gets all his books.
I see Paul is
now,
still in the chat. Paul, have you had issues with Marvel this week from Diamond and Chris, the LCS owner that's in Canada? I thought his Marvel stuff was okay.
Marvel's not coming from Diamond down here; it's coming from Penguin.
Right.
Okay.
One week he came out right and sent an email saying I screwed up, and I was fine with that. Admit your mistake. I'm okay with that. But then he just after that it was like blaming everybody else.
It could be though.
And I'm like,
I think all the LCSs near me had issues with Marvel this week.
Did they?
I mean, I had to be very careful. Like I said, my one Ramos has got a dog ear on it. Yeah. But do you submit your preview requests?
What I have a pull list set up that I've already like ahead of time, so they know. Yeah, I have all that set up.
And you get all your books.
No, because they didn't. I had Ironheart on, or not Ironheart, Iron Cat, yeah. And it didn't. And I was going to check out that new Ant-Man, but
well, we do know that we do know that 2 weeks ago, Marvel announced that there was going to be issues. With some delays on stuff, so it could be that they're kicking on that. It also just depends on like you say, maybe if they're getting it from Penguin or whether or not they're getting it from Diamond, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So Paul had no issues. Ant-Man was at my LCS. I didn't pick it up, but there was all other Marvel stuff that was there. So I'm presuming that the stuff that usually comes from Montreal when it showed up fine.
Right.
But yeah, this is something the four of us have been talking about for the better part of this new year. Is that
since Penguin took over? Yeah,
there's been Marvel issues. Yeah,
and if your shop is getting it from Penguin, that's just another shipper that's going to cause potential issues. And we do know, like I said, 2 weeks ago, Penguin said that there were going to be issues with shipments coming out, and we thought they meant last week, but everything came through clear last week. At least it seemed to be from all of us on the panel. So it could be possible that they were talking a little bit further out than the 1 week in advance, and some people are experiencing that now as well too. So
see, I don't have that variance 2 that he's talking about on my poll, but he didn't even have it.
My LCS had the only Marvel books. Yeah, the only Marvel books my LCS got were ASM and Gambit.
So I'm gonna just go back. I don't know, next week and pick it up because I'm sure it'll all be there then.
Yeah. If you had it on your poll list, it will be there.
It'll be delayed. I'll get it. I'll read it when I get it, if I give it.
Before we move forward with TW, I see John just has that question. Jim TW, I know Rob, I don't think that you read it, but did you guys enjoy that Jessica Jones story?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Didn't read it.
Yeah.
So I have a question though, Chris.
I read it. I thought it was okay. Trev, thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Are you pushing the TW nickname, or should we give him some street cred and start calling him T-Dubs?
So I call him TW because I hate saying Tyler instead of Taylor.
I knew that was coming.
Nice.
As a guy whose last name is mispronounced all the time, I will take that shortcut to glory and call him TW the rest of the way.
I've been called much worse.
Until he says, I'm not into it, Chris, it's going to be TW.
Well, I want to give him street cred called T-Dubs.
How do people mispronounce vet?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
How is that wrong?
Just ask K Titus. He thought I was literally a veterinarian.
Yeah, well, K Titus, listen, he's a few dice short of a dice bag or whatever.
He's a good guy. Stop it. He's a good guy. And speaking of good guys, here's Burke.
Yeah, the morphine user himself.
It's morphine time.
With Steve in the chat, I believe Steve is going to be having another auction on his channel coming up very soon. It's tomorrow,
tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so everyone that's hanging out, just a heads up. Rob, are you going to be joining him again this time? Last time Rob gave away some fantastic slabs as well as the other people. At those prices, he was giving them away. I appreciate
that, but $5.99. I love it. $5.99.
$5 foot long. But yeah,
all I've got is free fitty.
But yeah,
350.
Yeah, so everyone, make sure you check out Steve's channel tomorrow night. It might be past my bedtime, but yeah, and it'll be drawing for the Burke box as well. So check that out. And Trev is absolutely right. B-dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Also,
But
my bro is going to be on the hot seat tomorrow. So
nice.
Come and
that's great.
Gary's going to ask him questions. I'm going to ask him questions about his super cool brother.
Yeah, why is it that your brother's so cool? How did
that happen?
How is it always? How is your life living in the shadow of such a great brother? Yeah, that sounds about right, man. If you need any questions for that, let me know. I got tons of them. I ask my brother all the time.
Nice,
right. Taylor, my man.
Nice.
Show us what you got. Thoughts?
Oh, this is awesome.
Okay.
It's the antithesis of last episode or last issue. This is action packed. And I think I know I'm starting to get where the title's coming in.
So. Okay.
Did anyone say Shadow?
No.
All right.
No.
Just carrying on.
I did.
This is
okay.
We said living in the shadow. Yeah.
Chip, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day.
Yeah. Here's the Peach Momoko variant for ASM.
Yeah.
So my question
with no Spider-Man on it at all.
My question is, why that one?
I didn't like the A cover, and I didn't care for the Scotty Young cover, and those were my options.
Okay.
I wouldn't have even picked, if Marvel got all their shit this week, I probably wouldn't have picked this book up at all.
So you just went with the greater lesser of all evils.
Well, he figures that if he reads it, increases it, and everything else, what difference does it make, right? He doesn't like Peach anyway.
Well, I only got 9 books this week, which for me is a very light week. So I was like, well, so this one of them is this one, which came out last week. So
right. I was gonna say, wait a second, how did I not get? Oh wait, Nightwing was
Superman, Space Age.
Yeah.
So have you been?
The shop was trying to get me.
Have you been through that one?
Yeah. I read everything before I come on here, Chris, or I don't make it because I have to get my video recorded. So
right. I won't ask you about other books, but with that Superman book, I am a Superman fan. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
If you like Superman, you should get this book.
Okay, well said.
Public Domain number 2. Chip Zdarsky.
This is the story of Mickey Mouse going into the public domain.
Yeah,
being able to be
exactly what this is.
Winnie the Pooh.
That's it. No pants.
Sandman Nightmare Country, issue whatever the hell this is 4.
Gary has joined us. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Swamp Thing, second to last issue.
We got a new character in that book apparently.
I'm not sure if she appeared last issue with this issue. I mean, cameo first, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lord Deathman steals a heart of the millions.
Sad.
And the other cover for Something Is Killing My Soul. So.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. I have to ask you because it's my favorite. All right.
It's bad. I mean, it's a 40-issue book. I paid premium for it.
Yep.
It's got enough story for a regular 22-issue book, but it's kind of, it is. He spreads things out, and Delader still bugs me with how he does panels. So.
Okay, the FOC variant will be waiting for me next week at my LCS. Yeah. So that's it. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, not a huge week because all the Marvel shit was delayed. So
very good. So it seems like across the board we all agreed on picking up ASM.
Fireflies was great. Yeah.
Detective Comics. I think we all picked up Gambit.
No,
but yeah.
I didn't pick up Gambit at all.
No, you didn't pick up Gambit? I'm sorry.
I just don't care. Yeah. Like at some point, I realized if I don't give a shit about the character, I don't need to pick up every issue. Like even if it's the first issue, I'm like, I don't know.
So this was my question. I asked the girl at the comic book shop because I was this close to picking up the Spider-Man, and I was like, but I don't want to come in the middle of something.
It's a one-issue. It's a standalone story.
And she's like, well, that's kind of. She was like, this is just the 900th issue by itself type thing, and I was like, I didn't like that. I'm sorry, I didn't like the cover.
You didn't.
I think that it just didn't.
You'll somehow live, Jim. I have faith.
Yeah,
Jim. They kind of wrapped up a piece of the story that was they started off with this series. Remember, you're only 6 issues in
Shocker, Gary.
to the new volume.
Yeah,
and this new volume time jumped us from where we were before the previous volume. So everybody's trying to piece together what the flippity flap has happened.
And spoilers, issue 900 explains none of that. So
right.
So you have the ability to hop on.
I'm pretty sure they're counting on selling to people that aren't reading it.
Yeah, John Cassidy is normally a great artist. I really like his Star Wars stuff, to be honest. Cassidy's Star Wars stuff. It's good work. Okay. But it was a much lighter new comic book week, but like I said, I thought pound for pound story wise, or at least with big titles, it really showed up well. And Vampirella takes the title this week for most variants, as she normally does. So congratulations, Vampirella. And,
or anything, whatever Dynamite book comes out that week is going to have.
And
that's how they make their money.
Whatever. Anything
whatever girl is wearing a bikini on a cover this week.
Yeah. I'm curious if Gary picked up that new Vampirella that
he
started.
picked up like 4 freaking Red Sonja covers. I watched his video.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He keeps Dynamite in business, bro. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what though? There's a lot of good artists that randomly do Vampirella covers. And,
right.
Yeah. So they must be making money somehow.
Yeah.
Gary's saying no Vampirella.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't care. I'm sure, and I've heard the story's actually okay. If you watch like Rockin' Robbie, like he's the pop. He tends to like a lot of the Dynamite books. I just don't give him. I just don't care.
Right.
It's sort of like Rob and indie titles.
for the most part.
Yeah. Other than Firefly.
Other than Firefly.
Firefly. Right now, I'm reading Last Spot Standing.
Okay. Other than things based on movies and or TV shows Rob has seen.
That's probably true for the most part. Although I did stick with Radiant Black for like 9 or so issues, and before I gave up on it, and I did every once in a while I do pick them up because like I was high on We Only Find Them When They're Dead for a while, and Adventure Man, Lady McConaughey I pick up all the time when Lady McConaughey's are out. Yeah. But you're right. I'm not into the horror genre. Yeah. Or the horror genre either, for that matter. So that keeps me out of Dynamite and all these horror books.
And I understand why. Like Adventure Man's another one I really wanted to like.
Oh yeah, especially when you had heard of the Dodsons were going to do it. Yeah. I liked the concept
and Matt Fraction writing. I was like, oh, that's gonna be awesome, and it was so not awesome.
Yeah, it was dragged.
Rob, you didn't get into New Burn, did you? Chip Zdarsky's New Burn. That's actually
I like that a lot.
It's pretty good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But
I guys, spend my money on older books instead of independent modern books that are all spec books.
Hey, Manny.
I buy. There's a lot of robot covers out there for me to buy, my friend.
There are, yes.
Yeah. So this will basically draw the conclusion of our new comic book day hangout. I'll go around the horn. TW, what's dropping tonight? What's dropping the rest of the week?
8:30 Central Time, so an hour and a half from now, my weekly comic book review show will drop where I review all these in greater detail.
Excellent.
And tomorrow, I drop in my review of Stranger Things season 4.
It was in 2 halves, and second half was just a couple pieces that were really long.
My review is shorter than the show. I'll put it that way.
Well done.
That's good. That's good.
Digger Jim, my man. What's coming up on the Digger Jim YouTube channel?
I don't have anything coming up just yet. I'm working on doing some editing on that back at that store that I was talking about last week. Nice. I don't know if it's going to happen because I hate this software that I'm using, but I will be, like I said, I'm going to repeat it. I will be on Gary B's show tomorrow in the hot seat, where we'll be grilling my brother for all the comic knowledge he has and finding out his origin story. So when you're not spending tens of thousands of dollars with Rob and Burke, swing over and say hello. And
nice. Oh, one thing before I forget. Next Thursday on my channel at 8:30 Central Time live, I'm going to have IRF Authentics. Ruben's going to be on there. He's going to be promoting his first exclusive cover and stuff. So we're going to chat about, mystery boxes and signed books and all that kind of stuff. So
Very good.
Nice.
I'm going to save Rob for last because it's going to be a little special. But again, I just wanted to give thanks to my LCS Retro Rocket, who has donated 3 books to give away when I hit 800 subscribers at some point. Again, this beautiful House of Slaughter #1 with the foil trade. This J. Lee cover for House of Slaughter #1. And finally, Walking Dead Deluxe 27, again with a foil trade. I believe a couple of them are local comic shop day exclusives, and one might be an FOC or a second printing. But myself, I'll be on Slab Hub Saturday, and I'll be opening some Walmart packs in the near future. And I promise to finally open that Amazing Fantasy 15 mystery box. Sometimes I find you kind of run up against a wall when it comes to creating content, and then sometimes it just naturally flows out of you and you produce a lot of content. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm stuck against a wall, but I will puncture my way through it. And with that being said, Robert, my friend, what's coming up on the Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics YouTube channel?
That was pretty kinky there, buddy.
Well,
I'm getting into this. Let me first say, C-List, man, I need to know, man, are you going down to San Jose Con next month? San Jose Con, I can't wait. Excited to see that. Hope you're going to be there so we can sync up, brother. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, somebody was asking about how do stores find artists to do their exclusive covers. A lot of those stores have artists that they have relationships with, that they work with, but there's a whole process depending upon who the publisher is that the stores have to follow with as far as which books they want to do, how many are being done already, what the subject matter can be, and a lot of that is really heavily controlled by the publishers. So it's not just a store saying, I want to do an exclusive, getting somebody, finding an artist and then paying him to draw whatever you want. You kind of get stuck with stuff for the most part, at least from the big guys. All right. So coming up on the Rob Fat Stacks channel, tomorrow is Thursday, one of my normal content days. Thought we'd do something different. We're not going to open up boxes. Instead, I'll be going live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I got to keep these things straight when I start talking. And I don't know why I'm talking in Eastern times. 3:30 Pacific. We're going live with a massive channel announcement that's going to fundamentally change the channel going forward. So that's coming up. And then Saturday on Slab Hub, it's going to be the immortal Biggie Shaq who'll be joining us. Then off of my channel, I will be on Thursday. Also tomorrow, I'll be over on the Burke Fam 54 comic book auction. I will have a box of some slabs that I'll be putting up, as well as at affordable slabs, as well as I got a couple raw books at least, and some extra duplicate ASM sub 100 books that I'll be low grades that I'll be selling pretty cheap, and some other stuff like that. So come by and check us out during that time. And yeah, there you are, Chris.
So yeah, guys, tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern. Please, everyone, tune in to Rob's channel. Like he said, it's fundamentally going to change his YouTube channel moving forward. Yeah. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm excited myself to see what's going to be dropping, as I am somehow affiliated with his channel.
Hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
And what the hell? You can even subscribe while you're there. We're on our quest to beat Taylor Winder.
But Remy, what do you think of that, Remy?
Yeah. And as some people have speculated, no, the announcement is not that I'm going to start doing all of it in a kilt.
Yes, Mr.
B. That's what we thought. That's what I first came to my mind.
But guys,
you look at my browser history again, haven't you?
Check out Gary B's channel. Check out Burke. Make sure you check out TW in a short little bit. And everyone, thank you for spending some time with us for New Comic Book Day. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. And guys, pardon me, thank you for joining the panel again. I couldn't do this without you. And good night, everybody.
Bye.